She sabotaged my boat and left me stranded. That's what Patricia, our HOA president, screamed into 911 while sitting in my speedboat that she stole at 2 in the morning. I stood there on the dock in my pajamas, holding a mug of coffee, watching the entire thing go down through a live feed on my phone, because unlike Patricia, I actually know how to use the technology one built. And let me tell you, nothing prepares you for the moment the woman who spent months trying to ruin your life decides to steal your boat and then call the cops on you. Let me back up a sec. My name's Jake, 38, used to run a software startup, sold it, got out of the city, and landed what I thought was paradisiac lakefront house at Pine Lake. Quiet mornings, crystal water, and the best part. My boat, Thunderboat. That thing is my commute, my therapy, my happy place. I take it across the lake to walk. 15 minutes. No traffic. Just wind and water. It was everything I wanted until Patricia Stone made it her mission to make my life miserable. Now, Patricia wasn't just any HOA president. She'd been running the show for 8 years. Widowed, retired librarian, big house at the end of the lake, and absolutely nothing better to do than enforce every petty rule she could find or invent. She had this radar for joy. You start a barbecue. She's there with a clipboard. Your kid laughs too loud. She's taking decibel readings. So when I moved in with a 22-foot speedboat and an actual smile on my face, I may as well have spray-painted Enemy 1 on my roof. First week, she drops off a welcome letter, 12 pages of HOA rules, highlighted like a textbook. I thought it was cute. Week 2, she files a complaint about the noise level of my boat, claims I'm over the 65 dB limit. My engine runs at 58. I send her the manual. She doesn't care. Week 3, she says my dog sticks out 3.2 feet too far, sends photos with measuring tape like it's CSI, HOA. Week 4, she claims my life jacket on the balcony violates aesthetic standards. I read the rulette about patio furniture. So yeah, I tried to play nice. But the moment she fell into the lake trying to spy on me with a camera the size of a telescope, I knew we weren't in Kansas anymore. I helped her out, handed her the dripping camera, smiled, and said, the wildlife must be fascinating. She was soaked, red-faced, mascara dripping, looked like she'd lost a fight with a sprinkler system. That should have been the end of it. But Patricia doesn't back down. She escalates. At the next HOA meeting, she literally created a PowerPoint titled The Jake Mitchell Problem. I wish I was making that up. Charts, graphs, timestamps, even a heat map of my boat usage. Like I'm some kind of marine terrorist. I sat through it, biting my tongue, until she finished, then calmly pulled out my own folder. Line by line, I dismantled every accusation using her rules. You ever see someone realize they're losing control in real time? It's something. She snapped. You think you're clever with your loopholes? I smiled. They're not loopholes, Patricia, Terry, just the rules. Now, I'm a builder by nature. So I did what I do best. I upgraded my boat's tech. GPS, live feed cameras, remote diagnostics, and yes, a remote kill switch. Just in case. I didn't want trouble, but something told me Patricia wasn't done. And man, I had no idea how far she'd take it. Next thing I know, she hires some guy named Jerry, says he's a private investigator. I caught him crouching behind a bush with binoculars from a cereal box. Told me he was bird watching. I offered him a bottle of water. By day 3, he was at a coffee shop, playing Candy Crush, scribbling fake notes. Didn't matter, Patricia didn't need real intel. She started filing anonymous complaints with every agency she could name, EPA, Coast Guard, county inspectors. They all came. They all left. One of them even complimented me on my boat maintenance. When official channels failed, she went rogue. One night, I caught her on my dock dressed like a ninja, flashlight in hand, poking around my boat. She poured sand into what she thought was the gas tank. It was a cup holder. She left behind a manila envelope labeled confidential. Inside, cookie recipes. Literally. I started to feel more amused than angry until she started creeping closer to something criminal. That's when I called Sammy, old college buddy and now the local police captain. We put together a plan. I made it look like I was going out of town. Posted about a fake business trip, even booked a hotel. Left my boat looking unattended, with a spare key planted right where she'd find it. Set the trap. Sam had patrol nearby, I had GPS and live video. All we had to do was wait. At 1:15 a.m., she took the bait. Slipped onto the dock, took the key, and fired up Thunderbolt like she was making her escape. I watched on my screen as she pushed it 30, 40, 50 miles per hour. She was laughing. Actually laughing. The engine roared, the water parted, and for a brief moment she looked free. Then I tapped the kill switch. The engine died. The boat drifted. Patricia, wide-eyed and shivering in the dark, called 911 from the middle of the lake claiming I had trapped her. He controls the boat remotely. He's harassing me. The dispatcher asked if she had permission to be on the boat. She paused, then said we had an arrangement. Yeah. The same woman who tried to find me for hanging a life jacket was now pretending we were boat buddies. Sam arrived minutes later. Calm, professional, towing her back to shore while gently poking holes in her story. Every answer contradicted the last. She claimed I gave her the key but also that I'd set her up. That I was out of town but also stalking her. That she took the boat for a short ride to clear her head, at 2 a.m., going 50 miles an hour. I showed up at the station 30 minutes later, coffee in hand, genuinely confused. Wait, she what? Then I handed over the security footage. The whole thing from her creeping through my yard to laughing maniacally as she took off. Sam didn't need a warrant. She had a confession, a GPS trail, a 911 call, and a stolen boat. She got charged. Tried to spin it like I'd entrapped her. Claimed she was investigating a community disturbance. The judge didn't buy it. She got probation, fines, banned from any HOA position, and required her to stay 500 feet away from my dock. Patricia sold her house and moved. Rumor is she tried to run the HOA at her new condo complex. Didn't go well. Meanwhile, Pine Lake changed. The new HOA is about community, not control. We have barbecues now. We laugh. People wave. Thunderboat still cruises every morning, smooth as ever. Sometimes I think back on that night, the hum of the engine, the cold water, Patricia clutching the wheel like she was starring in her own soap opera. All that over a boat. Or maybe it was never really about the boat. Maybe it was about control, and losing it. Anyway, what would you have done? Let her get away with it? Or let her write her own ending? Drop a comment below. Type karma if you think she got what was coming, or overboard if you think I went too far. Let's talk about justice, neighbors, and where the line really is.